Joining us now is Jennifer Granholm, former governor of Michigan, and she is now on the faculty at Berkeley University. Tell us a little bit about what you're doing there.
Yeah, I'm a senior research fellow at the Berkeley Energy and Climate Institute, and I also teach at Berkeley. And what I'm really doing, though, and what I talked about this morning, was leading a project called the American Jobs Project. And what the American Jobs Project does is to identify clean energy industrial clusters in 10 swing states across the country as a way of saying, if you create an economic ecosystem where you can provide jobs and all sorts of inputs to, say, making solar panels or making wind turbines or making 3D printers, then you could create jobs. So it's all about the jobs that will be created through supply chains with the right policy inputs to create those kind of clusters.
And that's so important in this economy.
Well, really what we're saying is it's absolutely important. And if you look at the jobs that have been lost during the recession, they're all those middle wage jobs. Everybody's talking about the hollowing out of the middle class, all of the money going to the wealthy, et cetera. Part of the reason for that is because we've lost so many middle class jobs in advanced manufacturing, and the jobs gained during the recovery have all been service related jobs. So the question for us is, as a nation, can we crack the code to figure out how you create advanced manufacturing jobs in the US in a global economy? And that's what this project is centered on. What can states do to be able to do that? We know that Congress has not been particularly effective, and the hopes for seeing national energy policy is probably not great. So what we want to say is empower the states to do it, because you might be able to create national energy policy from the bottom up.
And what's the opportunity here? Because you have a broad spectrum of folks here that are at this conference. What are you hoping they take away from here?
Right, what I hope that, because you do have a huge number of experts, people who are working both in universities, industry, here at this conference, and government, of course. And I want them to think about what their state can do in partnership with their universities, et cetera. Well, how can their state contribute to urging the state legislatures to pass policy? And the whole point of this being called the American Jobs Project, not the American Climate Project, not the American Green Project, it's all about jobs. And for most people in swing states and in conservative states, the number one concern that they have is about jobs in the economy. Pew Charitable Trusts does an evaluation of Americans' priorities every year in January, and they test 23 priorities. And always at the top of the list is the economy and jobs, and at the bottom of the list of Americans' priorities is global warming. So let's soar with the jobs piece and say, how can we take advantage of the fact that the globe is trying to find solutions to clean energy. The EPA is putting forth the Clean Power Plan, which will require states to come up with solutions to reduce their carbon footprint. Well, who's going to be making all those products that achieve those results? We could just wait back and allow China to step in and do it, or we could say, hey, we're in the game, we're going to compete for those jobs. And that's what this project is all about, and that's what I hope these people take away to their states, is we can compete for these kind of jobs.
Well, you're an important voice in all of this, and thank you so much for joining us.
You bet. Glad to be here.